So I'm just going to record the session, and it only records me, so don't worry. It's just for other people who want it, then they can have it as well. So so the Kriya that we're going to practice today is all about the keeping up spirits. So it's all about, I've done a 8-week course of Through the Chakras, and this is one kind of like for radiance, and I think it's very poignant now as well, in these times that, you know, we can actually keep up our spirit, because I feel like we're coming towards the end and it's changing at the moment ever so, you know, we're getting outside more, we can see more people, and I feel like this Kriya is like to keep us in that spirit of like not give up now, because we've come a long way. So this will really help us from a mindset point of view, I think. Fingers crossed anyway, I hope it does. Okay, so we're all in an easy pose. I invite you to close down your eyes, become present in this space, forget the troubles from today, what's happened before, what's about to happen later. Sit up straight and rolling back your shoulders, rolling your eyes up to your third eye point, taking some big deep belly breaths. And you fill your belly, expand your rib cage all the way up to your collarbone, and exhale completely. Just do a couple more rounds. Bringing the focus back to your breath. Maybe use the mantra Sat on the inhale and Nam on the exhale. And truth is my name, I am truth. It's a good seed mantra to chant internally throughout the practice. I invite you to rub your hands together, stimulate the heart center and the nervous system. And then let them meet together in the center at your heart. And we take some inhale and exhales together before we chant Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Now take an inhale. And exhale. And inhale to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Now take an inhale, squeeze the root lock, hold the breath, pull the mula band in towards the spine, set an intention for the class. And exhale, bring your hands down to your knees. Staying in that state for a few more seconds. And we're going to start off with some warm-ups if you want to start the playlist. We've got that handy. We're just going to do some Sufi grinds. So still sitting in easy pose. We're just gonna slowly come to one side. I'm going to my right, whichever's comfortable for you. Closing down the eyes and just rotating in one direction. Breathing in as we go backwards, exhaling as we come forwards. Really breathing into the hips, any tight areas. Letting thoughts pass by like clouds. Coming back to the mantra, Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. We hold a lot of tension in our hips, so just observe anything that pops up and let it pass by, no judgment. Send the breath to any tight areas. And slowly come to a neutral spine. Just take an inhale and exhale. And then go down around in the opposite direction. Breathing in as we come forward. Exhaling as we go back. One side might be slightly tighter. No judgment. Send in your breath to any of the tight areas. We're just warming up the hips. We're in the last 30 seconds. We're also giving our internal organs a nice massage. Getting rid of those toxins as well. And slowly come to center. We take an inhale together. Squeeze the root lock. Pull the mulaband in towards the spine, that lower belly. Holding the breath. And exhale. Keeping within. Just noticing the difference. That area becoming slightly warmer. And slowly, when you're ready, come up to a standing. We're going to warm up the backs of our legs. You can see me. And we're going to do, it's called the windmill, that will just tilt you up a little bit. So we have our hands out to the side. We're inhaling, and then exhaling, we're going to our opposite foot as we come down and really reach up with the opposite hand. Inhaling up, exhaling down to the opposite foot and twisting the body again. Inhaling up, exhaling, twist to one side. Inhale to center, exhale. We're just warming up the backs of the legs and twisting. Keeping your eye gaze closed. And really going with your own breath at your own pace. Really big, deep belly breath. The last 30 seconds of this warm up. Big inhales up, big exhales and twist as you go down. And on the next inhale, take a big inhale, come back up, arms out. Then squeeze the belly band, the root lock, hold the breath. Reach out to the side. And exhale, bring your arms down. Big deep breaths. The space, this is where the magic happens. And slowly come to a seated position. We're going to start the Kriya. Now this first bit is a bit exciting. She's gone. She's gone. I think there's a connection. Cool. So the first posture is a seated position, and this is the start of the Kriya. Can you see me all right? Yeah. And we're gonna. It's a little bit of a rave motion. This kind of sequence. It's quite a funny one. So, our hands are coming. Let me see. Our hands are coming at 60 degrees, like in front of us, and there's 4 positions. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, not 4. So it's a little bit like you've got traffic cones in your hand, you know, you see at the airport. But it's you're keeping your arms straight, and they go 1, like down, 2, 3 going backwards, and then 4 back to like kind of straight up. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be hard for me to do because I've got no music, but try and get in the rhythm, whatever music you've got on, and close your eyes. And what helps is concentrating and rolling up on your third eye point. If you get kind of stuck in between, just kind of move your hands. But we are going 1, 2, 3 backwards, 4 back to this point, and then forward, neutral, back, neutral. Okay, clear as mud. Yeah, so just go with it, but we'll try and keep our arms up like this. Okay, and then let's start when we're ready. So arms up, focus on your third eye, go within, forward, neutral, back, neutral, forward, neutral, back, neutral, forward, neutral, back, neutral. I'll leave you to it. Long deep breaths as you do this posture. Remember to concentrate at the third eye. Really helps with you kind of alleviate any kind of difficulties with the coordination. Try and take long deep breaths into your belly. This is really good for any, like when you're typing as well, as repetitive strain. It's these little movements. We can try and pretend we're in a club as well, raving. try and breathe through any difficulties with your mind saying, you know, this is starting to kind of irritate and burn a little bit, but use the breath to go through that barrier. And the last 30 seconds, you're doing really well. Try and keep your arms at 60 degrees. Just moving your hands. Now take an inhale, hold the posture, hold your hands out to the front. Squeeze the root lock, hold the breath, perfect the pose. Kind of moving the energy up the spine. And exhale, bring your arms down. Maybe just shrug your shoulders, however your body wants to move. By doing lots of these kind of arm extensions also works on our heart chakra. It's also really good for any neck tension as well. So repetitive kind of arm movements are really good for that. Okay, still sitting in easy pose. We're coming into just kind of like, do you remember when you used to do it as kids, like a cat's cradle inside of the children? We're doing this mudra inside, so you're kind of interlacing your fingers but pulling them back, and then as we're women, it's left over right, men would be right over the left. So they feel quite tight as well doing this, and we're doing inhaling as we extend the arms, and then exhaling as we're pulling them in. So kind of a powerful breath, that's it. Keep going, focus on the inside. Try and get as fast as you can with the breath, but not quite breath of fire, but really powerful breath. Get into your own flow, your own breath. Again, we're working with the heart chakra here. You can maybe visualize the color green, whatever works for you here. Maybe you've got some anger to get rid of. It's a good way of kind of punching it out. We're over halfway. Keep going. You're doing really well. Keep strong. Really get into your own rhythm. Strong breath. Big releases. Last 20 seconds. Now inhale, hold your hands out. Keep the mudra, hold the breath, pulling the Mula band. Pulling that energy up the spine. And exhale. Bring your arms down. Maybe move your fingers. Breathe deep into this space, the new space you've created within your heart. Exhale everything that no longer serves you. When you're ready, we're going to be lying on our backs. So I always like to put my my hands underneath my back to support your lower back. And we're just going to be lifting one leg, inhaling up, exhaling down, and inhale the opposite leg down. So it's alternate leg raises, using the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. That's beautiful. 90 degrees, your legs. We're utilising the breath, breathing deep into the belly. This exercise puts pressure on the thigh muscles, which adjusts the body's calcium-magnesium balance. So anything that we do with the thighs, especially raising up and down, really helps to get these calcium and magnesium levels going around. Doing really well. Use the breath to propel your legs up and push them down. It's a really good rhythm. We're on the last minute, keep going. Try and keep your legs as straight as possible. Really start to generate some heat in the body. The last 20 seconds. Now raise just one leg. Take an inhale. Hold the breath. Keep pointing it upwards. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Pulling the breath up the spine. And exhale. Bring your legs down. Just keep lying on your back, closing your eyes, taking some nice long deep breaths. Now bring your knees into your chest and slowly rock yourself up to a seated position. And then put your legs out in front. We're going to be doing life nerve stretch. So I like to move the fleshy parts away from our bum and reach up as we come forward to life nerve stretch. Where ideally you want to try and grab your toes and hold them with your pincers in between your thumb and your index fingers. Hold them, and this stimulates the pituitary gland in our brain, which is a pea size at the back of our brain. And we're just going to be inhaling up, exhaling, bringing your forehead towards your knees. And that's all we're doing in this one. So inhaling up, closing down the eyes, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Try and keep the back as straight as you can, reaching your forehead down. Big inhales, big exhales as you move up and down. As you exhale, draw the forehead towards the knees. And try and move powerfully with your breath as well. This exercise keeps us young, it says here. It helps you stay vigorously young. So it's a good one to do on a daily basis. It's really good for the backs of the legs and the sciatic nerve as well. We've just got one more minute. Keep going. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Focus on your inhales and exhales. Closing down the eyes. Maybe returning back to the mantra, sat on the inhale, nam on the exhale. On the last 30 seconds. On the next inhale, come up. Take a big inhale, squeeze the root lock, hold the breath, pull the belly into the spine. Keep holding. And exhale. Just unravel yourself and just sit up. Breathe into that new space you've created. Now we're going to transition into cat-cow. With the first posture, we're going to hold cat first for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to hold opposing cow. So with your hands above your shoulders and your knees above your hips, we drop the belly and gaze up. And we're just going to long, deep breathe here. In this posture, we're constantly kind of moving in and out of this posture. We're just going to hold it. Really fill up your air of breath. Big exhales whilst holding this posture. Sending the breath to any areas that need a little bit more breath there. A little bit more, or a little bit tighter. And slowly we're going to transition, when you're on your next exhale, into cow. And here we hold the breath with our arched back. Taking inhales and exhales. Remaining stationary. Sending the breath into any tight areas, maybe across your shoulders, your neck, let it flop down. Now take a big inhale, keeping this posture. Squeeze the root lock, hold the breath, pull the belly into the spine. And exhale. And just come back to sit on your heels, keeping your eyes closed. And the spaces is where all the magic happens. And now going back into your kind of stationary cat-cow, we're going to have our arched, kind of like our back kind of flat, and we're going to be kicking the floor. So it's like this kind of motion. And as one heel moves up, the other should come down. So it's like the lower, so it's kind of creating like a sound like a horse, like a gallop. So try and touch your bum, I can't, but just try and kick. If you need some extra cushioning on your knees as well, maybe grab a pillow or something. And then let's close down the eyes. Keeping that flat back, tapping the legs out. This exercise adjusts the buttocks. This is kind of another alternative maybe of increasing our glutes. Now take an inhale, hold the knees up off the floor, sorry, the toes off the floor. Squeeze the root lock, hold the breath. And exhale, and just come back to sitting back on your mat. Feeling the energy you've just created. Now we're going to come up to standing when you're ready. Demon. So we're going to have our hands on our hips and we're going to go round in one and to the right, your right. Big circles from the waist, really breathing deep into these nice big circles. We've warmed up the hips at the start and now we're really utilising, sending the breath into any tight areas. Extend the spine as far back as you can. Really breathe into that rotation. Getting as far back as you can, but also leaning far forward as you can. And now come to center, we're going the opposite direction. And around to the left. Try and keep this quite good rhythm, a quite powerful rhythm. And your next inhale, when you come back to center, take a big inhale. Squeeze the root lock, hold the breath. Pull the mother bandha in towards the spine. Kind of raise that energy up the spine. And exhale. Nice long deep breath, stay within. Noticing the energy move around. Now we're still standing, we're going to raise our arms above our heads and simply breathing in, inhaling up, exhaling down. Try and touch the floor with flat palms, keeping your legs as wide as your hips. So we're just doing inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Quite powerful breaths. Touching the flat seam palm down to the floor. Try and keeping your legs straight. If you can't, just touch with your fingertips, that's fine. Inhaling up. Really get into a nice, powerful flow. On your next inhale, reach up towards the sky, big inhale. Squeeze the root lock, hold the breath. Kind of visualize that, moving that ball of energy up the spine. And exhale, bring your arms down. Take some nice long deep breaths here. Staying, we're now extending our legs out to the side as far as you can. Try and maybe pigeon-toed a little bit just to keep your balance. And again, we're doing the same. We're inhaling up, exhaling down. Touching, inhaling up, so your palms are facing forward. And exhaling down, palms on the mat. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Into your own rhythm with your own breath. Big belly breaths, big exhales when you're coming down towards the earth. Try not to lean back at the top. There's a natural ability to try and lean back. We're just reaching up. Last 30 seconds. Keeping your legs straight. We're really working our electromagnetic field. Increasing all that radiance from within and extending it out to our aura. On the next inhale, hold at the top, squeeze the root lock, hold the breath in, reach up to the sky. And visualize that breath going up the spine. And exhale, bring the arms down and your feet within. Taking some nice deep breaths here, keeping the eyes closed. That's the last set of these kind of exercises. We're now putting our feet together. So bringing your toes and your heels together. And we're going to be doing the same, reaching up, inhaling up, exhaling down. Palms flat on the floor, try and keep your legs straight as you can. Closing down the eyes, keeping that focus within. It's a little bit harder, you'll probably tend to wobble a little bit. So kind of keeping that focus within and be keeping your core tight here. Breathing in as we're going up, big exhales as we're going down. Try not to lean back. This really works the lymph glands because we're trying to, with all our tension in our legs are gripping together and pulling upwards as well. So this is really good for the lymph glands. Detoxifying. I thought these simple exercises create so much heat in the body and also requires a lot of concentration as well. We're over halfway, keep going. Try not to overstretch as you're going up. Into your own rhythm with your own breath. And the last minute, keep going. Last 30 seconds. On the next inhale, take a big deep breath in. Raise up, hold the breath, squeeze the root lock, and channel that energy up towards the spine. And exhale, bring your arms down. Now on the last standing pose, bring your feet back out to hip width. And I don't know if you can see me. There's a little bit more raving going on, which you'll be glad to hear. So, sorry, legs hip width apart, and you just go inhaling up, exhaling down. So get into your own rhythm, just reaching your arms up, letting them touch your shoulders and back up, but using the breath. Again, everything that we're doing here is to enhance our electromagnetic field, which is up to I think it's about 9 feet away. Again, if you've got any neck or tension in your shoulders, it's a really good one to let loose. Really use the breath. Now take an inhale, hold the hands up, squeeze the root lock, hold the breath in, travel that energy up the spine. And exhale, bring your arms down. Generated quite a lot of heat. Let's bring you back. Coming back down to be seated when you're ready. And here, we're just going to be doing some neck rolls. So sitting up straight in easy pose, dropping one ear to your shoulder, and rotating round in one direction. Inhale as you drop the head back. Exhaling as you go forward. Really breathing into any tight areas. Feeling every sensation. Slowly come to center. And then we're doing the opposite direction. Inhale as we drop the head back. Exhaling as it comes to the front. Slowly come back to a neutral spine. Big inhale and exhale. We're now going to be going into Shavasana, into relaxation. If you want to put on, it's actually called Shavasana on the playlist, which is a nice chilled one. Lie down on your back, go within, your palms facing up, your legs flopping out to the side. Let your body soak up all that good work we've just done. And I'll bring you back round in a few moments. Slowly bring the awareness back to your breath. Taking some nice, long, deep inhales. And you fill the belly. Big exhales. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your hands, your wrists, and circle your ankles. Maybe take a stretch overhead. And bringing your knees into your chest. Giving yourself a big hug. Thanking yourself for this practice, for this time. Rocking from side to side, massaging the bottom of your back. And stay in this position. Rub the soles of your feet together and your hands, so you're like a little beetle, stimulating the nervous system. Keeping the eyes closed. And bring your knees back together and slowly, when you're ready, rock up to a seated position. Keeping that focus within, sitting up straight. We close the practice with one Satnam, I am truth. Sat, when we chant, is long, Nam is short. Rub your hands together and then leave them at heart center, where the left hand meets the right hand. Sitting here with just you. And come back to that intention that you set at the start of the class. Smile into it with your heart, with your mind, with your soul. And take an inhale together. And exhale completely. Take an inhale to chant. Sa Nam. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Sat now. Now take an inhale, put your hands up to your third eye, and then exhale down to the earth, grounding ourselves. Slowly come up when you're ready. Sat now. Thank you. I think I needed that today after.
I loved it. I had to I felt like somebody was pressing a third eye. I was getting loads of tingling around my head and stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah. Between us, let me pause this and stop the recording.